What is going on? Holy moly. Thank you for tuning in. If you are doing so on the podcast, you can also catch us on X and on YouTube. If you're on either one of those channels, you can also listen to the podcast. I hope everybody is doing fabulous today. Let's get right into it. ETFs are coming. They're going to be coming from every direction, in my opinion. Solana is looking super yummy at the moment. The German government is busy at it again. And Doja Cat's Twitter was hacked to promote a coin called none other than Doja. Chaos to clarity, noise to narrative. It is Tuesday, July 9th, and it is time for some rare bits. Crypto Greed and Fear Index, it has fallen to a 27, down 1. I want to pull up one stat while we are here. Let's just check something out. And I'll tell you why I'm doing this and what I would like to show you. That is not what I want to show you. Bear with me. I apologize to be doing this right now. Okay, so it is pulling up right now. So we are looking at the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. So today it is a 27. Yesterday it was a 28. Last week it was a 51. And last month it was a 75. 27 to 75. Okay, so for all of the technical analysis and the people that follow all of that as their North Star, how do you contend with this type of movement, right? 27 to 75. That is psychological shock for so many. I do not think we are done with this. If we look at Bitcoin as the bellwether for the ecosystem, Bitcoin is not done its sideways movement, in my opinion. So that is one of the things that I find super interesting. We have the top crypto search term for the normies. It is Notcoin, ticker sign NOT. It is up 14% on the 7-day. Please put that on your list of items to research and watch. Top NFT search term for the normies is Andy Milonakis NFT. He had a scam project, and it seems like they're possibly going after him for $1.5 million. Bitcoin dominance, it has fallen on the 24 hours, while ETH dominance has risen. And it not a big jump, but a sizable jump for how slow these metrics move. So it's interesting to see ETH pick up some steam. Is this the initial momentum that we are going to see for the ETH ETF that is forthcoming? Total crypto market cap, it is about flat for the 24 hours, coming in about $2.16 trillion. And before we get into some more news, I wanted to look at some numbers for the nerds. Look at the heat map. So it is so nice to see some green in the picture again. Yesterday was a very rough day. When we are talking about numbers, Bitcoin is currently trading at 57,283. We have bumped past some ceilings that we needed to get above. Do we see the momentum continuing? I sure hope so. Ethereum has crossed that 3,000 mark, coming in at $3,052. BNB trading at 516, and Solana at 140, hopefully on its tear back to its all-time high. XRP is trading at 0.43, and Toncoin, $7.29. Has this been on your list? I've been talking about it on the podcast for about 4 months. Looking at the blockchain by NFT sales volume, we find some normalcy back in the market with Ethereum, Solana, and Bitcoin, the top 3 running the chain. And this is interesting. Number 4 is Mythos chain. So these types of movement represent underlying groundwork that is beginning to shift. I try and cover the news to talk about these things that are coming. When we see a blockchain move up to number 4 from number 10, things are happening there. Are there assets to purchase? Are there trades available to be made? The answer is always 100% yes, even in a slow market. I wanted to pull up today's hot NFT prices, and you know what, it's funny. I wanted to deep dive on some things for you while we are here. So looking at the top sales, we have CryptoPunks, we have a Fidenza, then we have some wash trading. We have some more CryptoPunks, some Pudgy Penguins, and a Bored Ape. Now, what does watch trading look like? So let's look at this first purchase that was for 26.13 Ethereum. So we go look at this. So a year ago, it was purchased for 0.006. 12 days ago, 0.002. 12 days ago, that same sale bumped it up to 0.6. 8 days ago, so it went from 0.6 ETH to 26.63 Ethereum 8 days ago. It has continued to bop around the ecosystem. The next wonderful wash trading that we see is very similar. A year ago, 0.005. Couple trades. 12 days ago, 0.004 was the selling price. Then 12 days ago, it sold for 26.4 Ethereum. That is a shit ton of money if you do not think. And then this is what caught my attention about this, because I have one of these Regenesis Open editions. So again, same thing. 12 days ago, somebody paid 0.0004 Ethereum for this and then was able to flip it for 29 Ethereum. So good. Whoever this trader is, I am going to follow this trader for advice because he has figured out this NFT market in spades. And it is funny. That is why we see this mixture in the heat map for the Ethereum collection. So we are looking at pole position. It is held by Pudgy Penguins. Next up, Milady Maker, CryptoPunks, and then Captains, and then Azuki. Bored Ape is all the way down at number 6. What is happening? So this mix-up, what we are seeing, one of the things that's interesting is the size representation of the heat map. So most of the time, the majority of the funds are in the larger collections. Because we have had so much wash trading, it has made all of the individual squares much smaller because the liquidity is being spread around by a really good trader, apparently. Looking at the top moving collections on the Ethereum side of things, top movers, Milady Makers, Pudgy Penguins, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Azuki, and Meme Land by Captains. We've got a mixed bag. Milady Makers actually down their floor price on the 24 hours, and Bored Ape is also down. Everything else is in the green, but we're talking flat. These are mild numbers. Next up, looking at some of the top trades in the Solana ecosystem. It is ruled by Mad Lads. We do have a beautiful, there's some nice things that are happening. And then we get into the Froganas. This is just more wash trading. The Retardios are doing really well. The floor prices, I think, up to about 14 ETH. This must be a special one. It sold for 14 Sol, the Retardios. So they have doubled in about the past 8 or 9 days as far as NFT goes. So a 2x is pretty good. Looking at the heat map for the Solana side of things, we do not have as much wash trading on the Solana ecosystem at the moment. They are finding the ability to do it in the meme coins. Mad Lads are still pole position. What are we talking about for movement? Froganas, Retardio Cousins, SMB Gen 2, Mad Lads, and Famous Fox Federation rounding out the top 5. The Froganas, so it's funny, I think in their peak season, Froganas, just because people are using this as a vehicle to, I don't know what they're doing. We were seeing about 13 or 14,000 trades every 24 hours. The last week, it's been in the 2,000 or 3,000 range, but we're back up to about 5,000 trades every 24 hours. There is floor price fluctuation in there as well. It is not fun to play. You cannot play it because I don't know who is pulling the strings. Retardio Cousins, floor price on one day up 92%. Earlier this morning, they were at 12 Solana. They are now at 13.28 Salamis. Good for them. That is $1,900. Looking at the top sales on the Bitcoin ecosystem, the rule, it's all quantum cats at the moment. Udi sent out a tweet earlier just stating, pick your team, he said something that I said in different words yesterday. I said, we're getting into this zone where it's going to be time to pick your horses, whether it's meme coins, NFTs. Make your picks and find some conviction and just hold on to these things and sit down for the ride. It looks like people have decided to scoop up Quantum Cats. Quantum Cats has been, in my opinion, the sleeper collection, in my view, that will represent the most long-term value future forward, in my opinion. And that is just one man's opinion. Looking at the top 5 movers, we have Runestone, Node Monkey, Zbit Lootbox, which is new to the map. Holy shit, 3,514 trades in the last 24 hours, though there's only one pending. I don't know what that represents. They are currently trading at 43 US dollars or 0.00075 BTC. Quantum Cats and Billy Cats. Billy Cats, what has happened to you guys? The floor price is down 37%. It is probably below when I purchased. So another stellar NFT purchase by the king. Looking at the top runes, we have Fihu, Dog Go to the Moon, Bamp, Arsic, Genesis runes, and Pups World Peace. Now let's get into some of the top shit coins that seem to be driving all the things at the moment. We have on base SSS. It is trading flat. Wrapped Bitcoin, Pepe, Easy ETH, Arbitrum, Optimism, Dog with Hat, and Brett. All of these guys have been in this arena, these standards. Lots of volume. We've seen a fair amount of movement. This morning when I woke up, for instance, Bonk. Bonk had a tremendous just surge in activity. There was also a Bonk on base that was released, and it is up 48,000%. So if you got in on that, good for you. Holy shit. We're talking about throwing in $50 and becoming, turning that into six figures. So some people are able to do that. Looking at the top shit coins that are on the decline, we have Daddy Tate down 16%, Landwolf crash, Chinese Dog, Dilly. People, that is terrible. Okay, so yesterday morning, all you nerds that shilled Dilly to me in the comments, what has happened to your community? 57%. You were trying to get me to buy that shit. God damn it. Pissed me off. Next up, let's get into some news, some things that are happening. Ethereum ETFs and the potential boom that is coming, in my opinion. Coffee horn. Okay, we have multiple financial institutions. They are going to be launching Ethereum ETFs soon. That is going to attract, we're talking billions. Think about this. The framework for these new assets, commodities, whatever the fuck you want to call them, the framework that they were building, this will be able to be duplicated fairly easily to new coins that come up for ETF approval. I've been talking about this. I think we are going to see this rise in meme coin stature or altcoin stature, and it will come through your ability to get ETF approval. I think it will be a stamp of approval future forward. All of this is going to boost the Ethereum ecosystem. It is going to just set on fire the Ethereum DeFi ecosystem. So as they build all these other layers on the Ethereum ecosystem, it has made transactions on the main layer very cheap. Yesterday, Sunday, and Saturday, I saw Gwei as low as 1 Gwei. These that's nothing. During the height of the bull run, Gwei transactions were, I don't even want to talk about it, how ridiculous it is. And when I think back in time, and there were people who decided, hey, we're going to trade on ETH, and the smart people said, hey, we're going to trade on Solana because there's no gas fees. Well, all the Ethereum people said, it's more important with gas fees. Where are all your important gas fee NFTs now? If we do a look back at how much gas was wasted on items that are now potentially worthless, holy shit. Holy shit. Next up, I think Solana is on the rebound. We can't see that because it is a see-through graphic, which is awesome. I'm so happy I picked that. But I think it is going to rebound. It's cracked up from 128. It increased about 6%, trading above 135. 155 is our magic number. If it drops below that, I think we could go down to the 144 range. Shiba Inu, if you guys are part of the Shiba army, as one of my friends is, you are absolutely delighted with this because the Shiba Inu developer made a public appearance in a costume and a Batman. I'm not sure what he's wearing. His name is Shaitoshi Kasuma, And he made a viral appearance at the conference in Kyoto wearing a samurai suit and a Batman mask. The next stop on their global tour is Mumbai. I wonder if he will wear fitting attire with the local dialect, or will he continue in his Batman and samurai outfit? There has been a bunch of stuff happening on the SHIB with burn incentives trying to get people to start making the coin value go up, and nothing is working. So maybe this samurai suit is the answer to get the people back where you want them to be. And we always have to this is a story that is going to keep giving, I think, for a bit here. So the German government sells more Bitcoin. This is going to be a story every single day. Most recent poll is they sold another $3,100 following the previous sale of $900 million. They plan to sell the remaining 1.5 billion holdings despite indicators suggesting Bitcoin may rebound soon. Maybe it'll rebound if you fucking stop selling it. How about that? How about them apples? So way to go, Germany, for your forward thinking. We love how you're doing things. We have the Republican Party. They are officially embracing crypto as the go-to asset for all you Zoomers and Loomers and people that are thinking about getting into the political game. It is time to vote. Make your vote count. I think you should vote with your ledger. That is just my opinion. I bet if I had ovaries, I might think differently. There are a lot of topics I might think differently about. But for me at this moment, getting crypto people into the political parties across all jurisdictions is the answer, because they bring with them the most forward-thinking thought process on how to get things done. They will also help solve other problems that the governments have because they're super smart. Boom. It's not real difficult to figure out for me. Next up, we have MetaMask. So I can't remember the last time, in truth, I can't remember the last time I've opened my MetaMask wallet. These companies that were once, and they're probably still massive and they still have a fan base, but some of these companies have not progressed with the needs of their users, the people that are active in the space all of the time. So I think they are trying to make a dent in that ideology that I have. Are they going to make a dent big enough to get people to come back? So they are going to introduce a new toolkit. It is called the ETH CC7. It facilitates user onboarding and allows dApps to create new experiences and enhanced safety. It supports EVMs like Arbitrum, Avalanche, and Polygon. Okay, so not enough. I'm not super excited about this. So when companies lose their fan base, they have to turn up the volume. You have to deliver shit that is really good. If they already have your product, your new initiatives to try and get them back, it's got to be 2x better. If they don't have your product anymore, if you're trying to get new people to try your product, it's got to be 10x better than the shit that's out there. They might try it, but to keep them, you have to deliver in spades. It has to be that much better. MetaMask, in my opinion, you are falling short, and that's just how it is. We have ETF filings in the Solana ecosystem being submitted to the SEC, the Chicago Board of Options Exchange, filed to list Solana EFTs from VanEck and 21 shares. So Kathy Wood is in the game following the VanEck guys. Everybody, as I said, everything is going to be an ETF. Soon, your mom will be an ETF. We have some predictions coming from analyst Jason Pizzino. He is predicting a Bitcoin price increase. He's saying look at 2023 to get a look forward at 2024. In this case, I disagree with him. I think we are in some hot water for the moment. That's just how I see it. Toncoin, it is the future of currency. That is the narrative that they're pushing. I've been talking about this for several months. on my podcast. What do we have? High-ranking altcoins like Solana and Toncoin are poised. I said this morning in another podcast that they are poised for some motion, in my view, some good motion, like a coiled spring. Toncoin is something that I have a huge admiration for, just watching what they've done, how they've onboarded people, anything that involves the Telegram ecosystem. And what's interesting about this is I think we're going to see a bit of backlash as well. People are coming out with these games to get people to participate, and you can only get people to punch buttons doing nothing for so long. Granted, there's a world market for this, and there are people that are underprivileged, and this may appeal to them as a way to easily access funds. So I am not knocking that. What I am saying as a meta, right, as a narrative to generate mass flows, I think this tapping, it better find some new meaning. People lose interest rather quickly, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, but the current gaming thing that they're doing, it's getting stale really quick. So I do know that that ecosystem is just huge. So their ability to tap into that ecosystem on a continued basis will be the answer. Do you think they will do it? I think they are going to. Now, Bitcoin negative mixed signals. On the other side, there are some technical indicators. They're mixed. There is a low RSI and unbalanced volume at support, suggesting a potential continuation of this bearish trend. If we reclaim this lower zone, I think it is going to continue to fall. So in my Substack every day, I put a couple different quant views just because I want people to see what other people are saying. I'm in the bag that we are going to be going sideways and down for a moment. It is only July 9th. Okay, so we are, at least where I am, we are just starting our heat index days. So temperature today will be 102 with a temperature feel outside of about 107 or 109 degrees. So there is no rain in sight, and August is not even here. If we run into a summer that is just outstanding as far as heat goes, then you have to think of some of the ripple effect. I'm in Texas, where they're trying to work out narratives with the power and Bitcoin mining. But in essence, what is going to happen is that the Bitcoin miners that are here have agreed in advance that when it gets hot and there is a demand for energy, that they will shut down their rigs. So through these summer months, do we see a continuation of power being needed for other things, and it's slowing down the production or the mining of Bitcoin? So these are interesting things that I have been thinking about. Michael Saylor, he is not super happy with the German government at the moment. If you think about it, so he is a gentleman that has bought Bitcoin at every single chance. I think across the board, his Bitcoin accumulation, it's coming in, his average price is about $34,000. And this is all he does. Now we have the German government has the ability to just gain financial stability future forward and change their future. And they're selling it. They're selling it. We can't talk about this enough. And so we are not going to talk about it anymore. The secret sauce for today is you were not put on this earth to do things. You were put on this earth to try things. Give yourself permission to do some shit. Still craving crypto clarity? Subscribe to my Substack today. Warning, rare bets may cause hodling.